Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignertechtips.com. Well, we've been putting together this one-page product page. It's a bit of a sales funnel that takes people down the page, tells them about the products and shows them information about it and testimonials and videos and what have you. In our last videos we customized the actual product page, the cart and the checkout pages. Let's create our price tables today. So let's go to the site that doesn't have this on there yet and enable the Visual Builder. Once enabled, let's go down to where we want to work. And add a new section. Little blue button to add a section. I'm going to make it a regular section. I'm going to have one column, one row. Now Divi comes as standard with all of these modules here, and today I'm going to be using the price module. There we go, pricing tables. Alright, and as you can see it's put in a couple of sort of generic looking pricing tables. We're just going to expand on these. And what I'm going to do is simply going to delete the second one. We'll work on the single one. Then when we've got it how we want it, we'll duplicate it and change things around a little bit. But before I do any of that, let's get our section taken care of. I just want to give it a gradient background, be in keeping with the rest of the site. So I'm going to go into the section cog. I'm going to go to background. I'm going to hit gradient. You've got color, gradient, image or video. Add a background gradient, and I'm going to leave the blue in there, and I think I'm going to switch the bottom to the purple that we've used everywhere else. There we go, great. Let's save that and go back into our module now. Blue for a section, green for a row, and dark tab for a module. Let's go into our module, and here we are. I'm going to go into the first one that we've got here. For the title, I'm going to give it the title of our computer, which was a MacBook Pro, wasn't it? And it was a 16-inch. There we go. And for the subtitle, we're going to have three different ones. We're going to be selling the laptop on its own. We created these products earlier on in previous videos. Take a look at that if you need to find out how to do it. We're going to have one that's just a laptop, one with a laptop and case, one with a laptop case and a warranty. So let's put laptop only on this one. Great, currency, that's fine. Currency is fine, the dollar sign there. Frequency, don't need that, because frequency would be if you were charging a monthly or a yearly or a weekly fee, but this is a one-time purchase. Now our price for that is $19.89, and on the button I want it to say buy now, and we'll direct this button to the product itself so they can actually purchase it from the site here. Now here's our included features, and I've got these from the specs from my actual machine itself, so I'm going to copy and paste them in. And where you see a plus sign, that's the included one. Where you see a minus sign, they're the sort of grayed out ones that are not included, and we'll style those a bit more later on. Screen size, processor size, processor speed I suppose, amount of RAM installed. Now I want to add a couple of more that are included, so I'm simply going to, let's get a gap in there, there we go. I'm going to copy this, Control C to copy, and drop down and paste it in below and just change it to what I want, which is the hard drive size. Now where there's a minus, like I said before, those are those sort of grayed out ones that are not included. So we're not going to include a laptop case. And it's exactly the same. If you want to add more, just copy the one above. That's the easiest way to do it. And of course you can put all your features in with plus signs if you want, and then just change the plus sign to minus to change it to the sort of highlighted out ones. So we've got just about everything I want there. Now the button link, we want to link this to a product. Now we can do it dynamically with Divi, or you can go to the product page itself and just paste the link in here if you want to. So if I click on the dynamic, I want it to be a product link. I need to select my product. Simple one just on its own right there. Save that. And we're good. Now I don't want the module link itself, the whole module to link anywhere, so I'm going to leave that on blank. We want it to open in the same window because we don't want to leave the site to do this. Okay, for a background, let's give it the purple color we've been using. Now it's kind of hard to see our text now that we've put that in there. That's fine, we can change all that in our styling. So let's go up to our styling. I'll just move this out of the way, you'll be able to see it a bit better. There we go. Now we're going to have 3 of them, and the middle one I'll make featured, and it'll stand out a bit more than the others. If I go back here, that's a featured one, and as you can see it's sort of raised up above the others a little bit, so I don't want that for our first one. Bullet points, I'm happy with them as they are at the moment. They're that sort of blue color, that's fine. Just select a different color here if you prefer. Now the text color, I want to make that white, and I want it to be, it's fine where it is on the left, but I want it to be visible, so I need to make it white or light in color. Inside the title text, you've got the header background color. I'm going to make this a sort of darker version of this purple color here, so I'm going to click on the purple, click on the color itself, and to differentiate it, I'm going to pull it down to a sort of darker version of it, something like that. That's great. Title text is already white, just what we want. Don't want to change the size, everything's fine, the font and everything. You can capitalize and do everything you want here, but for me that works absolutely perfectly. So let's move on down to our body text now. And I want to make that white. Like I say, it's fine on the left. Looks a bit strange at the moment just with this wide body here, but that's going to work out perfectly for us. Now if we roll on down a bit more, subtitle text, that's absolutely fine at the moment, so I don't need to change that. Price text, that works for me. But the currency, the $sign there, I want to make that a little bit bigger. I might make it sort of semi-bold, so it's a little bit fatter. So I'll make it semi-bold. I'll make it white. I'm going to make it quite a bit bigger. Now that it's bigger, I think regular would probably be better than semi-bold. But yeah, that's great. That's perfectly legible there. Okay, let's keep rolling down. Now our excluded item text were the ones with a minus behind it. So I really want that to be sort of barely visible. Just visible but barely visible. So what we'll do is I'll go into the actual color itself and I'll take the opacity down, or the see-throughness if you like. Make sure it's white. I'll take the opacity down. There we go. So that looks pretty obvious that that's kind of grayed out there. And the buttons, the little bullets themselves, are fine that color because they're different from the ones that are included. Great. Now you can change the size if you want to, but I'm happy with everything. Now let's just style our little button at the bottom there. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to say custom styles from button. Text size, that's okay. Button background, I want that to be blue. That's fine. And when they hover on it, I'll kind of make it that darker purple color. And to set the hover state, let's go up to button background up the top here, hit the little arrow. Two boxes appear, desktop, non-hover state, and hover when your mouse is on it. And for there, I'm going to use that purple. And again, to differentiate it, I'm going to click on the color and make it a lot darker. Something like that. That's perfect. I'd like that button to be a little bit wider. So if we go down a little bit more, I don't want the icon on there. When you hover over it, you've got an icon. If you want that, that's fine. Just leave it to yes and choose your icon from below. Alignment is center, that's fine. Now the button margin is the space around it. The button padding is the space around the actual text there. So let's make it a little bit wider. So left and right, let's give that 50 pixels. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Could even go a little bit more. Just put in the number, you don't have to put in pixels, it'll put that for you. And if you check the little chain there, it'll do the opposite side for you. Okay, I'd like to capitalize that text. I guess I should have done that above. I'm just going to give it a bit of box shadow just down below. Just makes it stand out a little bit. Let's go up and just capitalize that text. Button font style, 2 capitals there. There we go. All right, well I think we're pretty much in business for that. So let's save that. Now we're back in our main pricing table settings. I'm going to duplicate it twice by hitting the clone button, 1 and 2. And that's a little bit more like it. Let's move on to our second one here. And this we do want to make our sort of most popular or highlighted. So let's go in there. And we'll just change a few things on this one. Well, firstly, I've got to tell them what the difference is. So it's laptop with case, isn't it? Everything else is fine there. The price is slightly more, it's $19.99. Button buy now is absolutely fine. We'll change the color of it because we're going to change the actual background of this particular one. Now, all I need to do is change the minus on the laptop case and it'll be highlighted and have the correct bullet to indicate included. So select the minus and just simply put in a plus. There we go. As you can see, that's done that for us. Don't need a link because the button's going to take care of that for us. Background, let's try giving it a blue color. Fantastic. I actually want to change our price background here when we go in there. So I think I'll make that the same color as the rest of these, but I did want these to stand out. So let's go into our design here. Layout, this one, I do want this as featured. So click that, and as you can see, that's raised it up a little bit for me. The bullets are absolutely fine. The text is fine. Title is fine. Subtitle, price text. Price area background color. I'm going to change that back to the purple. There we go. And our button, I'm going to kind of reverse that. So let's go to our button. I think everything else is good. Here's our button. Use custom styles button. Yes, we've already got that switched on. Okay, text color is fine, but the background color on regular, I'm now going to make purple. And when they hover on it, I guess I'll make it blue, but a darker blue than we've got going on there, or that dark purple color would work fine. So let's perhaps use that. There it is. That's absolutely fine. That's going to stand out perfectly, as is the purple. Great. So we've done that one. Might want to add a little bit of box shadow to these just for interest value. So if we roll on down, let's have a look at it with a bit of box shadow. Yeah, that's quite nice. So I might add those to the others as well. You see it just underneath there, just gives it, lifts it from the page just a little bit. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy with those. We just need to move on to our third one now. And this one is laptop with case and warranty. And we'll use the ampersand, I think, for space. There we go, that's fine. Currency is fine. Frequency, no. And the price is $20.99 for this package. One thing I forgot to do on this was change the link for that button to the correct one, so we'll go back in there and do that in a moment. Buy now is correct. Color, everything is fine. Let's go into the link, and the button link URL, we need to select a different product this time. So again, we'll use dynamic product link. And let's have a look. I can't quite read which one's which here. 16 is probably that one. Let's have a look. Great, so let's go to our design tab, and I just want to add a little bit of box shadow. Great, we'll save that one. I need to go back into this second one, make sure that it's got the correct link there. And we want to go down to our link for this one. Product link. Make sure we've got the right one. I think that's correct. Save that, and the only other thing I need to do now is just put a little bit of box shadow under our first one there, because that's not got any on it. It looks like I've accidentally put some on the whole module itself, so let's go back in there. And I'm in the main settings now. And make sure there's no box shadow on there. Fantastic. Back to the content. We'll go into our first one, just add a bit of box shadow. To the design tab. And add a little bit of box shadow. Great. That's good. So let's save everything and see what we've got here. We'll save our page changes and exit the Visual Builder. Go down to where we want to go. And there we have it. Let's see if these are going to work okay. MacBook. Fantastic. There it is. Let's go back and check the next one. MacBook with case. That's the wrong one, so we can change that. And let's check this one. MacBook with case and warranty. Well, that's correct. We just need to change the middle one. So let's do that quickly and we're done. Enable the Visual Builder. Back down to our pricing tables. And let's just edit the link for this middle one here. Go down to link, product link. There we go. Save our changes. Exit the Visual Builder and we're all done. Let's go down where we are. And there's our pricing tables. In our next video, let's sort out our menu at the top, and we'll just have a few little menu items here like we have in this one that are going to take us down to the various sections. So there we go. That's how to add your pricing tables. So I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. If you have, please ring the bell, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.